Fine. Good morning, everyone. A very good morning to all of you. Good morning. Yes, Aditya. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. Yes, Sanya. Good morning. Sarth, Akash. Good morning. Yes, Kushi. Yes. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. Fine. Okay. Tell me, what was the last point that we did? Hmm. What was the last point? Voltmeter, right? Voltmeter. Voltmeter. Voltmeter is what? Voltmeter is galvanometer in series with high value of resistance. Voltmeter is galvanometer in series with high value of resistor, and ammeter is what? Ammeter is galvanometer in parallel with low value of resistor. In parallel with low value of resistor. So for ammeter you have galvanometer in parallel with shunt or small value resistance, and for voltmeter you have galvanometer in series with high value of resistor. In both the ammeter and voltmeter, you ultimately protect the galvanometer by passing small current through it. Okay, in both the ammeter and voltmeter, you protect the galvanometer by passing small current through it. Okay, now let us design the voltmeter. Write down. Design the voltmeter. Let us design the voltmeter. Let us design the voltmeter. Okay, for range, for the range of voltage to be measured 0 to V max, 0 to V max. Okay, of course maximum current through the galvanometer will be 0 to Ig max, that we know. All right, so that's our galvanometer, that's our series resistance. Now you people tell me, this series resistance should be connected after galvanometer or before galvanometer? Huh? Let's say between points X and Y, this is going to be our voltmeter. We have to connect the series resistance which is to be placed in series with the galvanometer. Name of this resistance itself is a series resistance, to be connected in series with the galvanometer. We have to connect that resistance before galvanometer or after galvanometer? Huh? We want to protect the galvanometer, right? We want to protect the galvanometer. This is going to be total voltage across the voltmeter, which is to be measured. Which is to be measured, right? This is our voltmeter. This is our voltmeter. Reply me in the chat box. We have to connect this resistance before or after the galvanometer? Before, A for after. Okay, Aditya is saying after. Sarf is saying before. This resistance to be connected after galvanometer or before galvanometer? What is this current? This current you can call it as Ig. The same current will pass through this. You want to measure this potential difference V. Voltage across galvanometer, you can call it as Vg. Voltage across this resistor, you can call it as Vr. You can call it as Vr. This total voltage V will be equal to what? Vg plus Vr. Vg plus Vr. And now let me tell you, in series combination, sequence, does it matter? Sequence will not matter. What is the effective resistance? G plus R. If you place R here and G there, what will be the effective resistance? R plus G. G plus R, R plus G, both are same. Sequence does not matter. You connect this before G or after G. असं जर तुमच्या माइंड मध्ये असेल that this resistance should be connected before galvanometer so that galvanometer can be protected, असलं काही नाही. या ब्रांच मधला करंट किती असणार? Potential difference divided by resistance of this branch. Potential difference divided by resistance of this branch. Resistance of this branch is going to be G plus R or R plus G. Sequence does not matter. Who is first, who is after, doesn't matter. Vg plus Vs. We want to design the voltmeter. Designing voltmeter means finding value of R. Designing voltmeter means finding value of R. Now we have written the voltage equation. Total V will be equal to Vg plus Vr. In series voltages can be added. Now this Vg can be written as Ig into G. Vs can be written as same current Ig is passing through, not Vs. This is not Vs. I made a mistake. Vg plus Vr, it should be Vg plus Vr. Vg value will be equal to Ig into G. Vr value will be equal to Ig into R. You can take the small I later. If you have already taken small I, you should use small I. So that will be Ig into R. Do not take Ig common because you want to find out R. Now do not take Ig common. Find out R. This V minus Ig into G is equal to Ig into R is equal to Ig into R. So R will be equal to what? R will be equal to, sir, R will be equal to Vg minus Ig into G. Vg minus Ig into G divided by Ig, this Ig in the denominator. Separate out the terms. Ig cancel, Vg upon Ig. Vg upon Ig. Ig cancel, minus G. This is going to be value R. If the total voltage V is 0, then Vg will be 0. If this total voltage V is V max, Vg will be Vg max. If this total voltage V is 0, Vg will be 0. If this total voltage V is equal to V max, then this will be Vg max. Vg max will give you Ig max. Ig max will be what? Vg upon G. Vg upon G. Voltage upon resistance is current. Vg max upon G will give you Ig max. Vg max upon G will give you Ig max. It means if V is equal to V max, I think I have made a mistake. V minus Ig into G. This R should be equal to V minus Ig into G. The G letter नको आहे बाळा. V minus Ig into G. V minus Ig into G. So V upon Ig minus Ig cancel into G. So it should be V upon Ig. It should be V upon Ig. If this total potential difference V equal to V max upon total resistance of this branch will give you maximum current in this branch, and maximum current in this branch will be decided by the galvanometer. It will decide that maximum current should be Ig max. So if V equal to V max, Ig is equal to Ig max. Ig is equal to Ig max. Therefore, the value of R becomes V max upon Ig max V max upon Ig max, V max upon Ig max minus G. If you connect this much value, if you connect this much value of resistance, this much value of resistance in series with the given galvanometer, you design the voltmeter. You design the voltmeter for the range of 0 to V max. Reply me in the chat box up to this clear and written. CW. We started from the basic equation. We ended up with finding what should be the value of series resistance. Reply me in the chat box, everyone. Tell me. Clear? Design voltmeter means what? What should be the value of resistance which is to be connected in parallel? Sorry, which is to be connected in series. Reply me in the chat box. I am not getting any replies. Why? Try to understand. करा. नसेल समजलं विचारा बरं. It's just like designing ammeter means finding shunt resistance value. Just like that shunt resistance value you have series resistance value. Reply me in the chat box. झोपेतून उठलाय की नाही? उठलाय की नाही झोपेतून? फक्त एकटी सुचित्रा उठलेली आहे कारण तिचा मेसेज आला उठलोय सर. बाकी सगळे झोपलेले आहेत. होय ना? आता जस्ट उठलो है ना? आता जस्ट उठलोय ना आम्ही. उद्या मला लेक्चरला सगळेजण पाहिजेत आणि ते पण टाइमवर पाहिजेत आणि जागे पाहिजेत. फाईन. नाउ व्होल्टमीटर जो कनेक्ट करायचा असतो, ओके, द व्होल्टमीटर वी कनेक्ट इन पॅरलल, राइट डाउन. द व्होल्टमीटर का वापरायचा आहे? टू मेजर व्होल्टेज बिटवीन टू पॉइंट्स इन द गिवन सर्किट. द व्होल्टमीटर is connected in parallel, okay, in parallel between the, in bracket write down, between the points whose potential difference is to be found out. So you will be having some circuit. resistance, 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 maybe battery. Okay, and let's say you want to measure potential difference between these 2 points. No need to modify the circuit, no need to cut any branch, no need to cut any branch. If you want to measure current in the branch, you have to cut the branch, then you have to put the ammeter in series. But if you want to measure resistance between, sorry, if you want to measure voltage between these 2 points, then what you need to do, you simply have to join voltmeter between these 2 points. This is R1, let's say, this is R2, this is R3. So you simply have to connect a voltmeter like this. Now what is the value of resistance of voltmeter? Resistance of ammeter is Ra. Resistance of voltmeter, what is the effective value of resistance of this entire voltmeter? Reply me in the chat box between point X and Y. You have the instrument voltmeter. What is the resistance of voltmeter? Just like resistance of ammeter is shunt in parallel with galvanometer. What is resistance of voltmeter? Reply me in the chat box. What is the resistance of voltmeter? This device is voltmeter. So what is effective resistance between points X and Y? Tell me. बोला पट. What is the resistance of voltmeter? Means what is the resistance of this instrument between points X and Y? Expecting reply. What is the answer? Between these 2 points, what is the effective resistance? Resistance of galvanometer is G. It has a series resistance R. Somebody is saying Ig into bracket G plus R. I am asking resistance. She is answering voltage. Wow. म्हणजे नक्कीच झोपेत आहे. This galvanometer has resistance G. This is resistance R. What is effective resistance between point X and Y, which is called as resistance of voltmeter. बघा दोन रेजिस्टन्स सिरीज मध्ये असताना उत्तर सांगता येत नाही. This resistance G, this resistance R, they are in series between points X and Y, which is called as effective resistance of voltmeter. So answer is G plus R. What is the resistance of galvanometer? Capital G. What is the resistance of series resistance? R. So G plus R. That is the resistance of voltmeter. लक्ष्य नहीं है, नक्कीच नहीं है. Fine. Now, if this is the current, let's say I, which is flowing through this battery, Now, because of the voltmeter, effective resistance between these 2 points gets modified. Between these 2 points, initially the resistance was only R2. This is R1, this is R2, this is R3. Between these 2 points, effective resistance was initially R2, but that gets modified because of this resistance of voltmeter. We want effective resistance between points, let's say X and Y, to be equal to R2. Between points X and Y, we do not want to get our circuit modified. It should remain same. Means between these 2 points, the resistance should be equal to still R2. It means this entire current I, should flow through R2. Let us call this current as I. Let us call this as I1. Let us call this as I2. So what we are expecting is this current should be equal to 0, I2 should be equal to 0, and I1 should be entirely equal to I. Means this current should not get split. It should directly go into R2. Okay. But sir, if I1 becomes exactly equal to I and no current enters in the voltmeter, जर voltmeter मध्ये काही करंटच नाही गेला, voltmeter मध्ये काही करंटच नाही गेला, डिफ्लेक्शन थोडीच मिळणार आहे. मग डिफ्लेक्शन केव्हा मिळेल? डिफ्लेक्शन इज proportional to Ig. You need some current. You need some current in the voltmeter. So, is it possible to simultaneously have I2 equal to 0 as well as getting the reading? I2 0 पण पाहिजे आहे आणि रीडिंग पण पाहिजे आहे, असं पॉसिबल आहे का? रिप्लाय मी चॅट बॉक्स. Yes or no? Is it simultaneously possible to have I2 equal to 0 and still having the reading? I2 equal to 0 म्हणजे व्होल्टमीटर मध्ये गेलेला करंट 0, तो किती? Ig. तो व्होल्टमीटर मध्ये करंटच नाही गेला तर डिफ्लेक्शन थोडी दाखवणार आहे तुम्हाला गॅल्व्हॅनोमीटर. गॅल्व्हॅनोमीटर will not show any deflection. Correct. So sir, ideally we expect that circuit should not get modified. This entire current I should flow like this. The entire current I should flow like this. Okay, so write down. For ideal voltmeter, see, current divides according to the logic of conductance. In parallel, if the resistances are parallel, this total current I will get divided according to the logic of conductance. For ideal voltmeter, we will say current through voltmeter should be equal to 0. For ideal voltmeter, या व्होल्टमीटर मधनं काहीच करंट नाही गेला पाहिजे तरच सर्किट इंटॅक्ट राहील. ओनली देन सर्किट विल रिमेन अनचेंज्ड. नाउ फॉर करंट टू बी इक्वल टू 0, व्होल्टमीटर मधला करंट 0 आहे. करंट 0 म्हणजे काय? कंडक्टन्स 0. कंडक्टन्स 0 म्हणजे काय? रेझिस्टन्स इन्फिनाइट. Current divides according to the logic of conductance. So current is proportional to conductance. If current is 0, then conductance is 0. Conductance 0 means resistance infinite. Implies conductance of voltmeter current 0 आहे तर conductance 0. Conductance 0 असेल तर resistance infinite, because conductance is 1 upon resistance. If conductance is 0, resistance is infinite. So for ideal voltmeter, current through voltmeter 0, conductance of voltmeter 0, resistance of voltmeter infinite. So you can write resistance of voltmeter, which is equal to G plus R. This value should be equal to infinity. Okay, G is a finite value, galvanometer is a finite value. Some finite value plus R is equal to infinite. What does that mean? What does ideal voltmeter means? Implies G plus R should be equal to infinity, but this is a finite value. Implies value of R should be equal to infinity. So series resistance for ideal voltmeter is equal to infinity. Okay, but if current through voltmeter is 0, then we will not get any deflection. We will not get any deflection of pointer deflection of pointer of galvanometer. We will not get any deflection of pointer of galvanometer. Will not get deflection of pointer of galvanometer. So we can't get reading. We can't get reading. So in practice, in reality, in practice, the series resistance to be connected in series with the galvanometer is not equal to infinity, but a high resistance. इन्फिनाइट नहीं है, पण तो एक फार जास्त व्हॅल्यू असणारा रेजिस्टन्स, but a high resistance. But a high resistance. After this, reply in the chat box, clear and written. CW. Why you cannot make resistance of voltmeter to be equal to infinity? Ideally, it is expected to be infinity, कारण तो parallel मध्ये connect करायचा आहे. Resistance of ideal voltmeter is infinity because it is to be connected in parallel. But if you make its resistance infinity, current will not pass through the voltmeter. It will not give you any reading. Readingच मिळणार नाही. काय करणार आहे? So what they do? They do not make this infinity. They make it finite value. Okay, sir. But with that, circuit will slightly get modified. Your circuit will slightly get modified because you are connecting some resistance in parallel to the given branch. Okay, fine. And similarly, in case of ammeter, you connect ammeter in series. You connect ammeter in series with the branch. You connect voltmeter in parallel with the branch. You connect ammeter in series with the branch, voltmeter in parallel with the branch. Voltmeter, ideal voltmeter has infinite resistance. If resistance of voltmeter is not given, take it infinite. Assume it as ideal. If resistance of voltmeter is not given, take it infinite. Assume it ideal. So ideal voltmeter has infinite resistance because it is to be connected in parallel. And ideal ammeter has zero resistance because it is to be connected in series. Ammeter is to be connected in series, so it is expected that the ammeter has zero resistance. Otherwise, again, circuit will get modified. Just give me 1 second. Fine. Now next. Example number 80. Example number 80. Chalo, everyone do it along with me. Example number 80. Question number 80. In the electrical circuit shown in the figure, the reading of the voltmeter V1 is 26. Reading of the voltmeter V1, let us call it as V1, 26 volt. And the reading of the ammeter A1 is 2 ampere. Reading of ammeter A1. So let us call it as current in the ammeter A1, because you can call the voltmeter reading as V1, but you cannot call ammeter reading as A1. You call it as IA1 because it is a current. So let's use the symbol IA1, or let us simply call it as I1 also, no problem. IA1 is equal to 2 ampere. Current through the ammeter A1 is 2 ampere. The value of resistance X is, all instruments are ideal. Value of resistance is equal to how many ohm? Value of resistance X is equal to how many ohm? Now the circuit is this. Here you have the DC source. What they have written? DC source. DC source. What is the meaning of DC source? Direct current source. DC, direct current. Write down the full form. Direct current source. Direct current source means the current which is not changing its direction. So direct. Direction change न करनारा current. Direction change न करनारा current is called as DC, direct current. Direct current means your battery, nothing else. DC source means battery, nothing else. Battery ची polarity change होत नाही. Positive is defined, negative is defined. For a battery, positive terminal is already defined, negative terminal is already defined. So current in the battery is defined. So battery means DC source. Now voltmeter is directly connected in parallel with the battery. So it will measure the voltage of the battery. It will measure the voltage between these 2 points. And it is ideal voltmeter. So it is infinite resistance. Current will not pass through this voltmeter. Okay. Current will not pass through this voltmeter because ideal voltmeter has infinite resistance. Then you have the ammeter A1 here. Then a resistance X here, and in parallel with the resistance X you connect the voltmeter V2 here. It is ideal, so again no current will pass through the voltmeter. Entire current which has shown by this ammeter A1 will pass through the resistance X. It will not go into the V2. Voltmeter 2 madna to kai जाणार नाही. It's ideal voltmeter. This voltmeter will give you potential difference between these 2 points. Then there is a ammeter A2 here. Then there is a resistance of 3 ohm here. A voltmeter V3 is in parallel with the resistance of 3 ohm. It will show the voltage across resistance of 3 ohm. And now here you have the resistance of 6 ohm. Here you have the resistance of 6 ohm. Fine. Let us find the value of X. Let us find the value of V1 already given. V1 already given. Let us find value V2. Let us find A1 already given. Let us find current through the ammeter A2. Okay, let us find V3. Let's do all these things. Even though these things are not asked, let us find those things as well. Equivalent circuit of this will be what? Equivalent circuit of this will be a battery. A battery. Voltmeter has infinite resistance. Current will not go in this branch, so forget about this branch. This ammeter is the ideal ammeter, so it has zero resistance, so it is a simply wire. It is simply wire. So draw a wire between these 2 points. Then draw the resistance X. Voltmeter V2, it has infinite resistance, it is to be connected in parallel. It has infinite resistance, it's an ideal voltmeter, current will not pass through the voltmeter, so forget about the voltmeter. ज्या branch मधून current नाही ती branch draw करायची गरज नाही. The branch in which there is no current, no need to draw that branch. So this V2 no need to draw. Then this A2 is a ideal voltmeter, so just short it. So this was A2. It has zero resistance, it is simply wire. Now this 3 ohm resistance. In parallel with that, V3 is present, but current will not split at this point. It will not split. It is ideal voltmeter. It has infinite resistance. Infinite resistance means zero conductance. Current will not pass through voltmeter. Entire current will go into 3 ohm resistance. So current in V3 is zero. No need to draw V3. Then you have the 6 ohm resistance. Then you have the 6 ohm resistance. Okay. Now the reading of voltmeter V1. Now reading of this voltmeter V1 is 26 volt. But reading of this voltmeter V1 will give you potential difference of the battery. This is given to be 26 volt. So that is equal to potential difference of battery, which is equal to 26 volt, because it is given V1 to be equal to means potential difference between these 2 points is 26 volt, and you can forget this V1 because there is no current passing in this V1. So what is your circuit? Your circuit is this. Current will flow like this. Let's say the current I is given by the battery. It will flow like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, fine. Now the reading of ammeter A1, reading of ammeter A1, reading of ammeter A1 is 2 ampere. Let us call this point as small a, small b, small c, small d, small e, small f. This is small a, small b, small c, small d, small e, small f, small f. This ammeter A1 is between points A and B. This ammeter A1 is in between points A and B. So current in the AB branch is equal to 2 ampere. Current in the AB branch is equal to 2 ampere. Is equal to 2 ampere. This total is 26 volt, and this current I is equal to 2 ampere. So therefore I equal to 2 ampere. I equal to 2 ampere is current in this battery. Okay. Now what you can do to find out resistance X, you can do this. All these resistances are in series. If you observe carefully, the same current I is passing through all the resistances and the battery. All the resistances and the battery, the same current I is passing. So you could have written current by the battery, current given by the battery is equal to potential difference of the battery. Potential difference of the battery. What is potential difference of the battery? The potential difference of the battery will be measured by this voltmeter, which is equal to 26 volt divided by total resistance experienced by the battery. The resistance which is experienced by the battery, which is equal to potential difference of the battery divided by, or potential difference of the battery is known to you, divided by this resistance X plus this resistance 3 plus this resistance 6. What is potential difference of the battery? It is equal to what? Potential difference of the battery is equal to what? 26 volt. Write down here 26, or 26 divided by X plus 9. 3 plus 6 is 9. What is current I, which is equal to 2 ampere? So 2 is equal to 26 upon X plus 9. X plus 9 on the left hand side. This 2 on the right hand side. 26 upon 2 is 13. Therefore, X is equal to 13 minus 9, which is equal to 4 ohm. Tell me, clear and written. Do this and reply me in the chat box, clear and written. CW. Good. Hmm. Hmm. Done. So we already had the value of current in the circuit. Potential difference of the battery. Current होता, potential difference होता, एक resistance विचारला. That was not at all a big deal. Let us try to find out V2. This V2 will be potential difference across X. So further calculations. I will do further calculations here itself. Further calculations. See, potential difference V2. V2 will be what? Potential difference between points B and C. So current into resistance. What is current in the branch B to C? Current in the branch B to C is I. Resistance between points B and C is X. So I into X. Current I value is already given to you, which was equal to 2 ampere. The I value is 2 ampere. Into resistance X, we have just found it is 4 ohm. The answer is 4 into 2 is 8. We have found the voltage, so unit should be volt. SI unit of voltage is volt. So that will be equal to 8 volt. Current in the second ammeter, A2. Current in second ammeter, IA2. Current in second ammeter. This ammeter and this ammeter both are again ultimately in series. The same current will pass through this ammeter. Current I, current between points C and D, current between points C and D, current between points C and D is I, and current in the branch A and B is also I. In fact, this is the same branch. If you connect two emitters in series, ultimately this emitter and this emitter are in series. Same current is passing through them. Current I here, current I here. Basically, current given by the battery is I, because this is ideal voltmeter. When this current I reaches this point, current in the voltmeter will be 0 because it has infinite resistance. Entire current I will pass through the ammeter A1. At this point, current will again decide whether to split or not. It will not split because this voltmeter is ideal, infinite resistance. So entire current I will pass like this. Again, here the current is taken as 0. So 0 current will come from this. I current will come from this. I plus 0. Again, it will become I. Same current I will pass. It will reach here. At this point, the current I will decide whether to split or not. It will not split. It will move through the resistance of 3 ohm. Current through the voltmeter V3 will be equal to 0 because it is ideal voltmeter, infinite resistance. So 0 current. So 0 current plus current I. 0 current plus current I will again become I. The same current I will pass through the 6 ohm resistance. The current from this resistor, this voltmeter is 0. Current from this voltmeter is 0. That 0 plus I will again become I. Okay. So the same current I is passing through A2 and the same current I is passing through A1. So I A2 will be equal to I A1. Current through the ammeter 1. Current through ammeter 1 is 2 ampere. So answer will be 2 ampere. Third, what is the value of voltage V3? The value of voltage V3 is the potential difference between points D and E. Which is equal to current into resistance I into 3. The current I value is 2 ampere. Current I current I value is 2 ampere. 2 ampere current is flowing through this. So 2 ampere into 3, that will be equal to 6 volt. That will be equal to 6 volt. If it is confusing, so you just write VOLT. V न confusion होत असेल तर V volt असेल लिहा, directly volt असेल लिहा instead of V. Up to this, reply in the chat box, clear and written. CW. Good. Hmm. 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 Good. Fine. Next, example number 81. A galvanometer has a resistance of G ohm. A galvanometer has resistance of G ohm. Okay. And the range of V volt. Okay. Range of V volt. Galvanometer चीच range काय सांगितली? V volt. Okay. Calculate the resistance to be used in series with it to extend its range to n times V volt. Try to understand. You are given galvanometer. What are the specifications of galvanometer? Its resistance is equal to G, and it has a range of V volt. Range of galvanometer is given as 0 to Vg max. In case of voltage measurement, you will write 0 to Vg max. In case of current measurement, you will write 0 to Ig max. That is equal to 0 to V. So Vg max value is equal to V. Vg max value is equal to V. Find value of series resistance. Find value of series resistance to extend the range. To extend the range to n times V. N times V. So voltmeter जो तुम्ही तयार कराल, the voltmeter that you will create or that you will prepare by connecting the series resistance to the galvanometer, that voltmeter should have the range. That voltmeter should have the range 0 to V max. That voltmeter we know the range is 0 to V max. But that V max is n times V. N times V. त्या व्होल्टमीटरची मॅक्सिमम रेंज किती पाहिजे आहे तुम्हाला? n times V. Or let us write this as V dash. Okay, because already letter V is used here for galvanometer. Try to understand. They are trying to confuse us in the letters, but don't worry. आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे? सिरीज रेजिस्टन्सची व्हॅल्यू काढायची आहे. We want to find out value of series resistance. Maximum voltage to be measured is equal to n times V, and maximum voltage across galvanometer is V. ठीक है? Let's draw the voltmeter. Galvanometer in series with the resistance. Galvanometer in series with the resistance. That's our voltmeter. Between points X and Y, we have our voltmeter. Let's say our voltmeter measures the voltage of what? Let's say our voltmeter measures the voltage of V dash. It measures the voltage of V dash. We will not now use the letter V. आता V नाही वापरून चालणार, because that letter V they have already used. What is the value of voltage across galvanometer? We call it as Vg. What is voltage across resistance? We call it as Vr. Okay. Therefore, can I write V dash is equal to voltage that will be measured by this galvanometer will be equal to Vg plus Vr. Vg plus Vr. Okay. Can I write? Can I write this V dash? Can I write this V dash as V dash maximum value? When this V dash becomes maximum, voltage across this galvanometer will also become maximum. Vg max plus, no need to say Vr max. Okay, it can sustain any voltage. तो एक रेजिस्टन्स आहे, त्याला काय फरक पडत नाही, किती व्होल्टेज झालं, किती करंट आला, त्याला काय फरक पडत नाही. खराब कोण होतो? The galvanometer gets destroyed, so it has maximum voltage limit, maximum current limit. So Vg max plus Vr, Vg max plus Vr. Now you want to find out the value of resistance R. You want to find out value of resistance R. So let's take the current as Ig. Let's take the current as Ig through the galvanometer. The same current will pass through the resistance R. So you have the value V dash max, maximum value of the voltage to be measured, N times V. You that this value you have V dash max, maximum value to be measured, which is equal to N times V. You also know Vg max, which is equal to V. You also know Vg max, which is equal to V. So you have to replace this Vr in terms of R so that you can find out R. तुम्हाला याची व्हॅल्यू दिली आहे, याची व्हॅल्यू दिली आहे, सो तुमच्याकडे एकच ऑप्शन आहे, मी Vr ला रिप्लेस करा in terms of R. So V max dash or V dash max is equal to Vg max plus Ig into R. Vr will be what? Potential difference across R will be current into resistance, Ig into R. So Vr, potential difference across the resistance, will be equal to Ig into R, Ohm's law. Ig into R. You want the value of R, but you don't know Vg. You have the value of R, but you don't know Ig. You know Vmax, you know Vg max. You want to find out R, but you don't know Ig. So now you have to replace Ig. Very simple. Ig will be replaced by Vg upon G. Ig will be replaced by Vg upon G. Why? Vg is given, Vg max is given. So Vg is given, G is given, resistance of galvanometer it is given. So what we have to write is this. If we have considered the max case, V dash will be maximum, means Vg will be maximum, Vg max. Maximum voltage will give maximum current in the galvanometer. So we should have written here Ig max. Max वाली case चालू है. So this Ig max now I will replace. This Vg max I know, so I will keep it as it is. This Ig max I will replace by Vg max upon G, voltage upon current. No need to say G max. तो एक रेजिस्टन्स आहे ना, तो फिक्स व्हॅल्यू आहे ना. सो त्या रेजिस्टन्सला काय G max किंवा या रेजिस्टन्सला R max वगैरे म्हणायची गरज नसते. व्होल्टेज चेंज होऊन मॅक्सिमम होऊ शकतं, करंट चेंज होऊन मॅक्सिमम होऊ शकतो. द व्होल्टेज कॅन चेंज अँड बिकम मॅक्सिमम, द करंट कॅन चेंज अँड बिकम मॅक्सिमम. So Vg max, Ig max, that is okay. So Ig max I wrote it as Vg max upon G into R. Now all the values I know. Now in this equation, everything I know. This V dash max, Vg, Vg max, G, all these terms are already given in the question. So I can keep them in the final answer. So value of this R I want to find out. So for that what I am going to do is, I will take this term on the left hand side, or I will keep it as it is, V max minus Vg max, V max or V dash max minus Vg max minus Vg max, this Vg max on the left hand side is equal to this Vg max upon G into R. Vg max upon G into R. We want to find out R. Okay, let's put the value. V max, V dash max. V dash max is N times V. Maximum voltage to be measured is N times V. And maximum voltage that the galvanometer can sustain is V. Maximum voltage that the galvanometer can sustain is V. Vg max again V. Vg max किती है? V है ना? Vg max किती है? V. What is Vg max? V upon G into R. You can take this V common and cancel. You can take this V common and cancel. So V common and cancel. So N minus 1 is equal to V common and cancel is equal to R upon G is equal to R upon G. Therefore, value of R will be this G on the left hand side, N minus 1 into G, N minus 1 into G. Okay, गॅल्व्हॅनोमीटरचा मॅक्सिमम व्होल्टेज किती होतं? V आणि मेजर तुम्हाला किती करायचं आहे? लेट्स से N times V. So let's say this is 1 volt and you want to measure 1000 times more voltage than this. So 1000 volt, 1 volt, 1000 volt. Or let's say you here the voltage is 2 volt, maximum voltage that the galvanometer can sustain is 2 volt, and you want to measure 20 times it, 20 times it. 2 voltच्या 20 times, 2 voltच्या 20 times 400 volt. Okay, in that case you will simply check what is this ratio. In that case you will simply check what is the ratio. For example, let's say the galvanometer can sustain a maximum voltage of 2 volt and you want to measure the voltage of 400 volt. So you will check how many times this voltage V dash of that of this maximum voltage across galvanometer. V dash max upon Vg max, that will give you the value of number N. Vg max V होता आणि मॅक्सिमम व्होल्टेज जे मेजर करायचं होतं ते N टाइम्स V होतं. V max ला काय लिहायचं किंवा V dash max ला काय लिहायचं? N टाइम्स Vg max. सो एवढंच करायचं की फॅक्टर कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा. What is the maximum voltage to be measured? 400. What is the maximum voltage across galvanometer? Vg max, which is equal to 2 volt. So the factor will be 200. Factor will be 200. So if the factor is 200, then what should be this value R? Very simple. 200 minus 1. 200 minus 1 into G. That factor minus 1 into resistance of galvanometer within a single equation. Okay, with a single equation you can immediately design the voltmeter. पटकन व्होल्टमीटर डिझाइन करता येईल तुम्हाला. 99 टाइम्स G एवढा रेजिस्टन्स घ्या, 99 टाइम्स G एवढा रेजिस्टन्स घ्या. Reply me in the chat box, clear and written. Same type of question we did in case of ammeter also. Imax आणि Ig max. Imax will be equal to N times Ig max. ते केलं होतं. तसं आता V dash max equal to N times Vg max or V max equal to N times Vg max. तसं आता आपण केलंय. त्यावेळी काय केलं होतं? For ammeter we did Imax equal to N times Ig max. सो तिथं फॅक्टर केला होता तो ammeterच्या केसमध्ये आठवा शंटची व्हॅल्यू अशी आली होती. शंट इक्वल टू G अपॉन N मायनस 1. इथे N मायनस 1 डिवाइड होत होतं कारण स्मॉलर रेजिस्टन्स काढायचं. इथे N मायनस 1 मल्टिप्लाय होणार आहे G ला, कारण तुम्हाला हाय व्हॅल्यू ऑफ रेजिस्टन्स टू बी कनेक्टेड इन सिरीज काढायची. सो N मायनस 1 या फॅक्टरनं मल्टिप्लाय होतं. इथे N मायनस 1 या फॅक्टरनं डिवाइड होतं. ओके, डिझाइन ऑफ एमीटर मध्ये असं होतं G अपॉन N मायनस 1. आणि व्होल्टमीटर मध्ये कसं आहे? N मायनस 1 इंटू G. N कसा काढणार? जे मॅक्सिमम व्होल्टेज मेजर करायचं आहे ते डिवाइडेड बाय Vg max. मॅक्सिमम व्होल्टेज टू बी मेजर्ड डिवाइडेड बाय Vg max. Vg max कसं लिहिता येतो? Vg max if it is not given you can calculate. Generally Vg max is not given, so Vg max equal to IG max into R, IG max into G. VG काय असतोय? IG into G. VG equal to IG into G. VG max equal to IG max into G. No need to say G max, it's a fixed resistance value. So no need to say G max, it's a fixed value. So IG will be given, IG max will be given to you, G will be given to you, and you will find out VG max. Okay, you will find out VG max. Up to this, reply me in the chat box, clear and written. चेक करा. Sir, 199. Yes, it is 199. 200 minus 1 is 199. Correct. Everyone do the correction. It's 199. Yes, their answer, our answer, same. N minus 1 into G. Their answer is also N minus 1 into G. Question number 82. This was 81. This was 81. Now we'll solve question number 82. Find the potential difference across the resistance of 300 ohm in the circuit A and circuit B. We are given two circuits. In those two circuits, we have to find out potential difference. We have to find potential difference, okay, across the 300 ohm resistance. Okay, that's not a big deal. Finding potential difference, you can either use voltage division principle or current division principle, and you also know series parallel combination of resistors, so that you can very easily do. Write down question number 82. Voltage VLT, across 300 ohm is equal to question mark. Figure A, figure B. In the figure A, you have battery resistance, battery resistance. This is 200 ohm. This is 300 ohm. This is 10 volt. Figure B, battery resistance, and to measure the voltage you have the voltmeter, and the voltmeter has the resistance. It's not now ideal, it's practical. The voltmeter has a resistance of 600 ohm. I should have written RV, resistance of voltmeter, not VR. Resistance of voltmeter, RV, not VR. It should be RV. 600 ohm. It's a resistance, so it should be ohm. Tell me, what is the value of voltage across 300 ohm resistance in the figure A? You calculate and tell me. These two resistances are in series. So this 10 volt, how it will get split? According to the voltage division principle. You can observe same current I is passing through all these three devices: battery, resistance, same current I is passing through all of them. So this 10 volt, this point means this point. या दोन point मधलं potential same आहे. हे दो या दोन point चा potential same आहे. This point means this point. Potential difference between these two points is 10 volt. But this point means this point. Potential difference between these two points is 10 volt. 10 volt will be distributed across this resistance and then across this resistance. Whatever 10 volt is available here, whatever 10 volt is available between this point and this point will be spent some voltage across this and remaining voltage across this, and these two resistances are in series because same current is passing through them. So now you can use the voltage division principle. Voltage division principle can be used if the resistances are in series. Okay, so in this case, let us call this voltage as V2. Let us call this voltage as V2. In this case, V2 will be equal to let us call this total voltage as V. This total voltage 10 volt as V. Okay, total voltage V2 will be equal to resistance fraction. Voltage divides according to the fraction of resistance. So my resistance upon total resistance multiplied by my resistance upon total resistance multiplied by total voltage, 300 upon 200 plus 300 means 500. Multiplied by total voltage available is 10 volt. 00 cancel, 3 upon 5, 10 by 5, 10 by 5 is 2, 2 into 3 is 6. So here the answer will be 6 volt. Reply me in the chat box up to this, clear and written. This is for figure A. For the figure A, you will get the answer as 6 volt. बघा बाळांनो, समजतंय का? फिगर A चा आन्सर समजतंय का बघा? We use voltage division principle. Voltage divides according to the fraction of resistance. So my resistance upon total resistance of the branch, my resistance upon total resistance of the branch multiplied by total voltage of the branch. For this branch, from this point to this point, what is the voltage? It is equal to 10 volt. So that 10 volt. Out of this 10 volt, what will be the voltage across me? या V volt पैकी माझ्या across किती voltage असेल? My resistance upon total resistance. So 300 upon 300, 200 plus 300. 300 upon 200 plus 300. Okay. Now you will say, sir, in the second circuit, if you have 10 volt battery, 200 ohm resistance and 300 ohm resistance and a voltmeter should also give the same reading. Voltmeter should also give the 6 volt reading. याच्या अक्रॉस किती व्होल्टेज आहे? याच्या अक्रॉस किती व्होल्टेज आहे? 30 चा डायग्राम आहे, फक्त व्होल्टमीटर लावलाय. अरे पण बाळांनो मला सांगा, this voltmeter is ideal or non ideal? Reply me in the chat box. Ideal आहे का तो? इन्फिनाइट रेजिस्टन्स वाला आहे का? Is this voltmeter ideal? No, this voltmeter is not ideal because its resistance is not infinite. It means it will take some current. It will take some current, and because of that, this circuit will effectively get modified. Between these 2 points, initially resistance was only 300 or rather 200, but now it will get modified. It will get modified. आता दोन रेजिस्टन्सेस पॅरलल मध्ये आहेत, 300 आणि 600. आन्सर स्मॉलर पेक्षा पण लहान येणार. जेव्हा दोन रेजिस्टन्स पॅरलल कनेक्ट केले जातात, when two resistances are connected in parallel, the answer of the parallel combination is less than both of them. कुठलेही दोन रेजिस्टन्सेस जर तुम्ही घेतले, R1 आणि R2, आणि त्याचं पॅरलल कॉम्बिनेशन केलं, या R1 आणि R2 चं जे काय उत्तर आहे ते ऑलवेज लेस दॅन R1 पण असतं, and the same answer is less than R2 पण असतं. ते R1 पेक्षा पण कमी येतं, R2 पेक्षा पण कमी येतं. कुठले दोन रेजिस्टन्स घेऊन बघा. लेट्स से 5 and 15. 5 and 15. So 5 into 15 upon 5 plus 15, that will be equal to 75 upon 15 plus 5 is 20. So that will be equal to 7.5 upon 2, 34, 37.5. That will be 37.5. So that will be equal to 3.75 because of this point. 75 भागिले 2 पहिल्यांदा केलं, 75 upon 2, 37.5. Then this dot was there, so 3.75. बघा फायनल आन्सर आलं 3.75 which is less than the 5 which is less than the 25 which is less than the 5. 3.75 is less than the 5 and 3.75 is less than 15 also. मग पॅरल कॉम्बिनेशन का करतात? इफेक्टिव्ह रेजिस्टन्स कमी करायला. सिरीज कॉम्बिनेशन का करतात? इफेक्टिव्ह रेजिस्टन्स वाढवायला. Series combination is done to increase the effective resistance and parallel combination is done to decrease the effective resistance. 5 होता 15 होता 5 आणि 15 parallel आले, then you will get decreased value of resistance 3.75. So now what will happen? This 600 ohm will come in parallel with 300. Effective answer between these 2 points will be less than the smaller. या दोघांमध्ये स्मॉलर कोण आहे? 300. तर मग 300 पेक्षा पण कमी येणार. तर 300 पेक्षा पण कमी येणार. स्मॉलर पेक्षा पण स्मॉलर आन्सर मिळतं. ओके सर. Okay, so this circuit will get modified. So write down for figure B. या दोन पॉइंट मधलं व्होल्टेज कसं काढतो बघा. I will draw the battery once again. I will draw the 200 ohm resistance once again, and here I will draw a single effective resistance between these 2 points, which will be the parallel combination of 300 and 600 ohm. 300 in parallel with 600. Now 300 in parallel with 600. 300 in parallel with 600 means R and 2R double value है ना. 300 चा double value इथं है. Okay, R 2R parallel 2R upon 3. Answer will be 600 upon 3. That will be equal to 200 ohm. बघा जे आन्सर आलं 300 आणि 600 च्या पॅरलल चं जे आन्सर आलं ते किती आलं? 200 आलं. 200 स्मॉलर पेक्षा पण स्मॉलर आहे की नाही? या दोघांमध्ये स्मॉलर कोण आहे? Between these smaller is 300 and the final answer is even less than the 300. So it will be like this. This is 200. Let us call this point as x. Let us call this point as y. Let us call this point as x. Let us call this point as y. Same point. Call it as x. Call it as y. So now between point x and y, effective resistance of 300 in parallel with 600 is 200. Battery of 10 volt. Now between the points x and y, voltage between the points x and y, let us call it as V2 now. So V2 will be equal to, now these two resistances are in series, you can observe. Let's say the battery gives the current I. The same current will pass through this resistance, the current is not splitting anywhere, it will again go back to the battery. So voltage across this 200 ohm resistance V2 is equal to, in the series voltage divides according to the principle of voltage division, and the voltage division principle says that voltage will divide according to the fraction of resistance. So my resistance upon total resistance 200 plus 200 multiplied by total available voltage between this point and this point. What is potential difference available between this point and this point? Sir, this point and this point means this point is actually same. So या point ला इथं आणू शकता, no problem. This point can be brought here because there is nothing, only wire is there. The potential difference between these 2 points, which is equal to 10 volt. 200 upon 200 plus 200 means 200, 200, 200 you can get common and cancel. You can get 200, 200 common and then cancel. 1 upon 1 plus 1 means 1 by 2 into 10, which is equal to 5 volt. Here the answer was 6 volt, but here the answer is 5 volt. So you will get different readings in 2 cases. By connecting the voltmeter in the circuit, you slightly modify the circuit, so you slightly get different result. Expected result should be 6 volt, which would have been obtained if the voltmeter were ideal. Ha voltmeter जर ideal असता, if this voltmeter were ideal, in that case you could have got the answer 6 volt. But it is not ideal, so slightly wrong answer you are getting. आत्ताचं किती व्होल्टेज आहे? इन दिस केस आत्ताचं 5 व्होल्ट आहे, पण ऍक्च्युअली व्होल्टमीटर नसताना किती व्होल्ट होतं? इथं 6 व्होल्ट होतं. When the voltmeter was not present between point X and Y, potential difference was 6 volt. But if you correct the voltmeter, potential difference between X and Y itself get modified. X and Y मतलब potential difference जे आधी 6 volt होतं. The potential difference between point X and Y was initially 6 volt, but now itself got modified. It became 5 volt, and now the voltmeter will measure 5 volt. And now the voltmeter will measure 5 volts. So it will initially modify the circuit, it will modify the voltage between point X and Y, and then it will measure the modified voltage. It will measure the modified voltage. Okay, initially there was 6 volt between these 2 points. Because of the voltmeter, circuit got slightly modified. So voltage between points X and Y got modified, and that modified voltage is measured by the voltmeter. Okay, reply in the chat box after this clear and written. CW. Tell me. Clear? Clear? CW. बोला. Expecting reply from you. पटकन बोला. Good. चलो next. Now the next point given is, that is already known to us, but it is still given. Let's see. Current sensitivity. Okay, for galvanometer it should be defined. Current sensitivity, voltage sensitivity हे सगळं galvanometer साठी define करायचं आहे. Let's do it. They have defined, write down, current sensitivity of given instrument. It is defined as current sensitivity SI. Current sensitivity is deflection per unit current. It is deflection per unit current, or change in angular position divided by change in current. Change in angular position divided by change in current. Instantaneous वगैरे जर पाहिजे असेल, for given at given angle what is the current sensitivity असा जर प्रश्न असेल, in that case d theta upon di, that is also perfectly fine. This is average. This is average current sensitivity over the given range of deflection, and this is sensitivity at given position theta, given angular position theta. At given angular position theta, what is the current sensitivity at given position is given by theta, current sensitivity. Okay, for small change in current, if the deflection is large, current छोटा सा change झाला, but deflection in the pointer is 90 degree or 70 degree or 80 degree, in that case we will say for small change in current, pointer deflects by large amount, so sensitivity large. For small change in current, pointer deflects by large amount. why we wrote theta upon I? Generally काय केलं जातं? For zero deflection, zero current. So final position theta minus initial position 0, final current I minus initial current 0. So actually you are writing change in angular position divided by change in current. But the initial current and initial angular position both are 0. Initial current and initial angular position both are 0. Final current, final angular position is this. Basic definition is this one. This one. Next. Let me read the question. The galvanometer with a scale divided into 100 equal divisions. Question number. We'll solve one more question. Question number 83. Question number 83. A galvanometer with the scale divided into 100 equal divisions. Total number of divisions. Write down number of divisions in galvanometer. Galvanometer मध्ये किती divisions केले? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 100. Let's say. In galvanometer is equal to 100. So capital N, we will use the letter capital N for number of divisions, which is equal to 100. 100 divisions are okay, no problem. Next, it has a current sensitivity of 10 divisions per milliampere. Now, how many divisions per milliampere? So they have given N upon I. Just try to understand. They have given sensitivity not in terms of angle upon current. They have given it in terms of divisions upon current. Okay. So divisions upon current. How many divisions? How many divisions the pointer will travel? How many divisions the pointer will travel? The pointer travels 10 divisions per milliampere. 1 milliampere na change झाला current. If the current changes by 1 milliampere, pointer travels by 10 divisions. So they have written 10 division per milliampere. जे एका milliampere ला 10 division pointer पुढे जातो. For the change in current by 1 milliampere, the pointer deflects by 10 divisions. 10 division cover करतो out of, and the total divisions are 100. Total divisions are 100. Okay. Total divisions are 100. So change in number of divisions divided by change in current. Change in number of divisions is 10 division and change in current is 1 milliampere. So in this format also sensitivity can be given. Angle covered upon current or divisions covered upon current. Here we have written angle covered upon current, but now they have given divisions covered upon current. This value is given as 10 division per milliampere. So you can write delta N upon delta I. Current through the galvanometer is I now. त्याला आता IG वगैरे म्हणत बसायला नको, I म्हटलं तरी चालेल. What is given? Divisions divided by current. That value is given as 10 division per milliampere. Milliampere. Milli means 10 raised to minus 3. Division upon ampere. You can take this minus 3 in the numerator. It will become plus 3. These many divisions per ampere. SI मध्ये convert करून घेत. I just converted it into SI unit. I don't know whether I need it for calculation or not, but I just converted it into SI units. ते मिली होतं त्याला मी convert करून proper unit मध्ये आणलं. Okay. I may or may not need that in the question, but I just did the unit conversion. It has a voltage sensitivity of 2 divisions per millivolt. Voltage sensitivity of how many divisions? Voltage sensitivity of 2 divisions per millivolt. So change in division upon change in voltage. 2 divisions per millivolt. 2 divisions per millivolt. Millivolt means 1 millivolt. Again, you can do the conversion like this. 2 divisions upon milli can be written as 10 raised to minus 3. Minus 3 will go in the numerator, will become plus 3. These many divisions, I should not have written here ampere. Its voltage, it is 1 millivolt. So these many divisions per volt. Reciprocal घेऊ नका, चेक करा काय दिले युनिट, डिव्हिजन्स अपॉन व्होल्ट दिले. व्होल्ट अपॉन डिव्हिजन दिले का युनिट नाही, डिव्हिजन अपॉन व्होल्ट, dn अपॉन dv और डेल्टा n अपॉन डेल्टा v दिले. युनिट वरनं चेक करायचं काय दिले. व्होल्टेज सेन्सिटिव्हिटी पण दिली आहे. व्होल्टेज सेन्सिटिव्हिटी म्हणजे व्होल्टेज 1 मिली व्होल्ट न चेंज झालं तर किती डिव्हिजन्स चेंज होतात. ओके बाय, when the voltage changes by 1 millivolt, how many divisions the pointer changes? Pointer deflects by 2 divisions. Pointer deflects by 2 divisions. Next, what adaptations are required to use it to read 5 ampere full scale and 1 division per volt? Okay, we will try to modify the question. असा क्वेश्चन आहे त्यांचा, बिट नंबर ए. What modifications are required? What modifications are required? What modifications are required to read 5 ampere as full scale? फक्त एवढं लिहून घ्या, म्हणजे त्याला एमीटर बनवा. आता त्याचं त्या क्वेश्चनला कसं लिहितो बघा, दॅट इज कन्वर्ट it into ammeter, convert it into ammeter of range. त्यांना काय म्हणायचं आहे, फुल स्केल रीडिंग. फुल स्केल रीडिंग म्हणजे पॉइंटर हा फायनल डिव्हिजनला असणार. फुल स्केल मीन्स पॉइंटर इज ॲट द फायनल डिव्हिजन. वी वॉन्ट टू कन्वर्ट इट इनटू एमीटर ऑफ रेंज 0 to 5 एम्पियर. काही नाही, एक गॅल्व्हॅनोमीटर आहे ज्याची करंट सेन्सिटिव्हिटी माहित आहे, व्होल्टेज सेन्सिटिव्हिटी माहित आहे आणि त्याला कन्वर्ट करायचं आहे एमीटर मध्ये. वी कॅन कन्वर्ट गॅल्व्हॅनोमीटर इनटू एमीटर इफ यू नो और इफ वी नो द रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ गॅल्व्हॅनोमीटर. गॅल्व्हॅनोमीटरचा रेजिस्टन्स माहित असेल तर त्याला आपल्याला एमीटर मध्ये कन्वर्ट करता येते. म्हणजे डिझाइन करायचं एक एमीटर. वी वॉन्ट टू डिझाइन द एमीटर. डिझाइनिंग एमीटर मीन्स व्हॉट? फाइंडिंग आउट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ शंट. फाइंडिंग आउट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ शंट, you need value of resistance of galvanometer, and resistance of galvanometer can be found if you know current sensitivity and voltage sensitivity. Up to this, reply me in the chat box clear and written. Method कळाली का? काय करणार आहे ते आपण नंतर करू नेक्स्ट लेक्चरला, पण मेथड कळाली का बघा. Tell me fast. Is the method clear to all of you? We want to convert this galvanometer into ammeter. To convert galvanometer into ammeter, you need to find out value of shunt. To find out shunt, you need the resistance of galvanometer, and to find out the resistance of galvanometer, you should know current sensitivity and voltage sensitivity, and it is already given. So from current sensitivity and voltage sensitivity, find out resistance of galvanometer. Once you get the resistance of galvanometer, you will find out the resistance of shunt, and once you find out resistance of shunt, you will convert galvanometer into ammeter. That's it. That we will do in the next lecture. Okay, so are the things taught in today's lecture clear to all of you? Are the things taught in today's lecture about voltmeter and the last point of sensitivity clear? Reply me in the chat box fast, everyone. First, good, fine. So in this lecture we will stop at this point. Remaining things we will see in the next lecture. Till then, have a good day and nice day to all of you. Okay, chalo, bye bye everyone. Let me end the lecture at this point. ओके चलो बाय।